Hello, today we're looking at school dress and appearance, or the dress code, as some students would call it. Um, why, why that's important. Um, so, why is school dress code important? School dress code is important because it allows students to gives students a sense of individualism to wear clothing that is different and not a uniform. It gives students the ability to have some creative expression with what they wear, and it gives students a way to find friends. So if you dress one way, potentially your friends are going to like the same sort of apparel that you like. Not always, but um, sometimes easy. Uniforms, on the other hand, do not allow for some of the above things. Although I think I've seen some people take the uniform and put their own flair style along with the uniform. So a good example of this is, one student might dress up from time to time, or maybe they wear loose fitting clothes, or clothes that are brand name versus not brand name, um, all of those things. And I think I pulled in some pictures of people on the red carpet because I think celebrities and pop culture play a huge influence on the way students dress. Celebrities are cool, teachers not so cool. Um, what do you know about what we wear and why we wear it? So maybe that's a little bit of the idea of in the students' um, head. Um, why is some dress bad? And I think the reason that we do have to have a dress code in school is um, some styles are that are popular are semi-demeaning towards. I put females, but it could be males as well. Styles that are popular allow lots of skin to be shown, and styles that allow undergarments to be seen, which nobody wants to see that, and words that potentially could hurt another student or offend another student, or they're just simply not appropriate for the age. So I pulled up some pictures. These are all pictures. I'm pretty sure every single one of those would break the school code for my school. So the next question is, what is the policy? So students have to wear attire that is safe, healthy, inoffensive, and not disruptive to the educational process. So I wish we could just leave it at that, but we have to go further in detail into being, it doesn't have profanity or obscenities, and it doesn't use weapons or violence. It does not promote illegal activities like tobacco, drugs, or alcohol. A really popular one for our area is the Natty Bow face, that high schoolers think is all about Baltimore and it's a Baltimore tradition, but no, it's a beer reference, so you got to take that off. Um, it could contain some sort of sexually suggestive messages. Um, when I think of those kind of outfits, I think of things that college kids wear. So hopefully we haven't gotten that far with the high schoolers. And then the big one, which is a problem at our school, and a cause for concern, is exposure or revealing skin and undergarments. And it gives examples of things that are not allowed to be seen. And this is something that we try to hit hard at the beginning of the year when it's warm out. And then we hit again in the springtime when it starts getting nice out and the girls start wearing their mini skirts and short shorts and tank tops and halter tops, and all those things. In addition to that, um, we don't want anything that contains inappropriate language or things that would be demeaning to a group of people or a single person. That would be considered harassment or discrimination. It should not cause a disruption to school activities or the order of the classroom, and it should not contain any kind of gang-related stuff on it. It should not contain profanity, and then finally, it should not endanger the health or safety of the students. So that's the policy in Harford County Public Schools. Another reason that I pick this is because I battle with the ag students' hats, and it's a constant battle. It's like every day I walk through the hallway, I have to tell 5 to 10 students to remove their hat. And after so long, I get tired of doing that, and then we have to take precautions to make sure that those students don't do those things. So there are some exemptions or exceptions to this policy given in our handbook, and that is when reasonable accommodation is made if a student wears an article of dress that promotes some sort of freedom of expression or freedom of religion. So if we said something to them and that was why they were wearing it, that would be something we'd have to talk about. When they need it for some sort of medical or health issue, and that would have to be authorized by a principal. And then authorized activities like athletic or band events. So obviously a swimming suit is not exactly school appropriate, but yes, they are going to wear a swimming suit to participate in swimming events. So those are some exceptions for the rule. It's the school's responsibility every year to allow the students' parents to be informed of the policy. The students, the first day of school, get a handbook, and it is published in that handbook, as well as there are things up around the school so students know, and they sign a paper saying that they understand the dress code the first week of school. So the students are aware of the dress code and what is expected of them. For the violations of students' attire, the principal or designee investigates corrective actions, and they are not limited to the following, but these are several that have happened in the past. So asking the student to remove or change the item. Lots of times at the beginning of the school year and when spring comes around, there'll be an announcement. Homeroom teachers check students' dress code. If there's any problems, send them down to the office. The administrators will have a discussion with them about what is inappropriate. If they don't have anything to change, we allow them to wear some school clothing. And if they don't change, they have to get a parent to bring them something. And those conversations are held with the parent. For repeat violations, further discipline happens, and that's going to be insubordination. So if you wear something a second time when we've already told you that's inappropriate, that would be insubordination and could lead to suspension from school. I don't believe we've ever suspended anyone for that matter, but who am I to say? Attire shall be disallowed if the judgment of the local school administrator, such as attire may be negatively impacting the safety or health or positive climate of the learning environment. And the principals have the authority to suspend or waive restrictions on clothing for social events such as proms, homecomings, and those kind of things. So students obviously are going to be wearing prom dresses that they spend lots of money for. I don't believe the administrator would ever kick a student out of the prom for inappropriate clothing. So for the purpose of this class, that is the discussion on dress code and why it's important and how that dress code is dealt with.